Hello, this is Talmir and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we are looking at a Google Pixel 3, and with this, we're going to be replacing the screen. As you can see, maybe you can't see, I'll try. Right here, there's a crack, and right through the entire screen, you can't see it, but right through there, there's also a crack. We gotta get that screen replaced, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. Here's the replacement part. What we got to do first is get into here. Now, as far as I know, I do not think this needs to come out, but we're going to pull out the SIM tray just in case. The Pixel 3 is a bit different from the other versions, the newer versions of the Google Pixel, where a lot of the newer versions, they're a lot more similar to the iPhone, but this one is annoyingly different. It comes from the front, but also comes from the back. So you need to take the back off and then unclip a couple of ribbon cables. So it's basically the same as most Android phones, really. So this is going to give us an idea of what we're going to expect, because I've not worked on a Google Pixel 3 before, and I was expecting that this was something I knew a bit more about. So instead of being a tutorial, this has turned into more of a let's explore video. So you can see how thin that is. It's going to sit in the frame. That's what's going to happen here. It's going to fit inside the plastic frame here. So I've got to get this back off, and we're gonna go from there. Let's heat this up. All right, we got that back off. They use some sort of really weird glue. And just keep in mind, you've got the sensor there. That's your fingerprint reader. Be careful. You don't want to break that. Okay, it looks like I got to remove that screw first. I should be able to go and disconnect the fingerprint reader. I think that's how it goes. Maybe I got to take off some more screws. Oh, there's another screw. Definitely one of the most annoying back covers I've ever had to take off, just because of how gooey it is. And like it's got black residue everywhere. There we go. That's disconnected. Put it aside. Let's see what's going on inside here. Okay, I got to take out some more screws. There's a bunch of them here. I want to take out the bare minimum. So it looks like it's going to be some of these screws and some of the screws at the top there. And they are of different sizes. They're taking definitely notes from Apple. Okay, that right there is just a grounding screw and pad. So I think I'm going after this screw next, and then this one. So here we have it. That comes off. I'll put that right there. There's a tamper seal. Here's your battery cable right here. That's got to come up. Just pull it up with a nail. There we go. Power's disconnected. Now I believe the ones that need to be disconnected for the screen is this one. I believe it's this one. Sure looks it. They've got it wrapped up with something. Okay, so they got it taped down. Completely unnecessary. And it's either this one here, or it's this one here. Oh no. That is tight. I'm gonna have to take the motherboard out. Oh, I didn't want to have to take the motherboard out. What's the sense? I'm gonna pierce this and just not deal with it. So by the looks of it, I've got to take out a bunch more screws. So we got it to the point now where we can finally get the rest of this all apart and stuff. So apparently what I got to do is I got to heat up the phone, and then I got to slip a card or maybe even something like one of these in behind there to get the screen off. It's almost like one of those old-fashioned type of phone replacements like I've done for the Samsung Galaxy S4. I'm pretty sure it's just adhesive all the way around the corners there, and there shouldn't be anything in the center. I'm going to try with this, working on the bottom. Oh, that sews in surprisingly easily. There seems to be a sensor at the bottom as well. Okay. Safety glasses. I am not starting it from down there. Let's start it from the top. I'm separating from the screen, but I don't actually want to separate it from the screen. I'm not sure if I can do anything else about that. What I really want to do is get underneath the screen itself and get that peeled up instead. But I just keep cutting through the OLED panel that's down there, which is really annoying. I think that's right there. That's underneath the screen itself. No, okay, come on. Right there. That's underneath the screen. Very good. So there's like some sort of adhesive all the way across the top from what I can tell from this. Gosh, is it ever hard to get through? Okay, well apparently I haven't done what I thought I did. I have literally just straight up disconnected it from the screen. I mean from the OLED panel. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get the stupid OLED screen out with the digitizer. I gotta disconnect that cable if I'm gonna do this. Gotta slice it right out. Like that. I'm starting to think that I should have wore gloves for this. Alright, that's one layer off. Now I can just simply peel this away. This is literally an OLED screen, guys, if you're curious. That's why it's like this. It's what's known as the soft OLED. There's another one that's a hard OLED, which is a lot more difficult to deal with. This was completely stuck down. Got sticky stuff all the way along here and here. All right, let's see what we got left. So like pieces of shards of glass in that bottom left corner. So I got to take out this adhesive here. I'm going to wrap it around the glass to hopefully contain those little remnants. The new one doesn't come with any adhesive, it seems. So I may have to... I'm thinking hopefully like some of this adhesive is in perfect, excellent shape. So some of it I can keep, and some of it I'm going to have to put in some new stuff. All the way down at the bottom here, it's not the best condition. So let's get that out. Seems that right here and right here is not adhesive, but it's a little bit of rubber. Now, something I should have done before taking all of this apart was I should have tested it. I should have tested the screen before taking the motherboard out of the phone. So let's put this all somewhat back together, and we're going to connect up the screen. We're just going to see whether or not the part that I received from my parts provider does actually work. That'd be good. I'm glad that Google went away from this model, because this is extremely frustrating. I see. You want me to put it in like this first. Then once you got this bit in, like really I'd love to get this earpiece out because it's hard to deal with. It really doesn't want to go in. But if I can wrap that around like that, I should be able to get this in properly then. Okay. Let's make sure the screen works. If I'm doing it right, this goes here, this goes here. That's all connected together. It's pretty loose, but I know it's more or less lined up. I should be able to turn it on at this point. I just reconnected the battery. I actually need to pull this away. Okay, I saw a brief line go across the screen while it was doing its thing. That was mildly concerning. I'm going to try this again and just make absolutely sure. It might be this connector. So far, so good. It unlocks. I can get around. Very good. Let's just hold down on one of these and just move it around. Make sure that it's going everywhere. Very good. It is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Let's turn that phone off. All right, some things. I just pulled this back out of the garbage. Some things that I noticed though. The new screen doesn't have these. I got to get these out. These things right here. The grills. I got to get them out. I think I should be able to push them out relatively easy after just doing what I just did, soaking them in some good old-fashioned alcohol. There we go. That's the bottom one. I'm going to put it into the new phone screen right away so I don't forget. Okay, salvaged. So I'm guessing that they have adhesive all across here, all across the bottom. Yes, it's sticky, meaning that right across here, I'm going to need the adhesive to be put in place. Very nice. This one's going to be a lot harder. All right, all the adhesive is now in place. We've already tested the screen, so I just got to take the protective layer off the adhesive, and we can put this finally into the frame. And I can't put in the motherboard until after I get this all together. So let's peel off the adhesive strip protections off of this next. I'm gonna do one final check. I don't have any like glass shards somewhere that I'm not aware of, do I? Just did one final inspection. It looks good now. All the adhesive is ready. Oh, I missed a chunk of adhesive. Let's not be stupid here. And this annoying repair is almost done. Really nervous about putting this down. Okay, guys. I'm not gonna push it harder than I need to. I'll worry about that later, but that's in place. Definitely one of the hardest phones I've ever worked on. And I hope to never have to work on a phone like this ever again, to be honest. They have a lot of different size screws too. Finally, that's in place. Okay, I'm just gonna double check. I think I've got all the ribbons out of the way. I do. That's what it was. Stuck on the battery cable. Now it's sitting flush. Let's start getting those ribbon cables all plugged back in, this billion or so ribbon cables. Let's just put the power in. Now, as far as I can tell, I'll accept the cameras. Let's get the cameras in. As far as I can tell, everything is connected. I believe it's this one on the left and the other one this goes on the right. Let's reconnect that power in this test. Everything is officially connected up. I mean, except the wireless charging. There we go. That's proper. Been on that Google logo for a long time. So I don't know why, guys. But for whatever reason, after putting everything together, now I did try putting the cameras in like the correct order. Apparently they use the exact same connector, and I thought, well, maybe I put them in the wrong order, but the phone wouldn't turn on. I mean, it would just hang on the Google, the Google logo, and that was it. So I thought, well, maybe I've got them backwards and it's not allowing it to boot because of that. Now, at this point, I've taken the cameras back out just in case, just to see what's going on, but I got it all installed. Everything's connected properly. Now I try to turn the phone on, it just flashes like that, and then it does nothing at all. So I've discovered what happened with the Pixel 3 here. You've got two cameras. I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but here they are right here. You can see them, kind of. I can't get the camera to focus at the moment, but yeah, they're very tiny, and the real problem is that they are identical, pretty much almost identical in size, but even worse, the connectors themselves. Let me show you from the bench view right here. These two right here, these little guys, the connectors on them are identical. You can interchange them. They shouldn't be like that. It is the worst thing that I've ever seen, and Google should be ashamed of themselves for doing this. These two little guys can be perfectly interchanged. It doesn't matter which one you can put them on. You can put them on either one, and that is why this phone has stopped working. It would have been perfectly fine. The phone would have worked. It was a flip of the coin. The moment that I took those cameras out, it was a flip of the coin on whether or not I would have destroyed this phone. I might be able to fix it. I'm going to attempt it in the future. We'll see how that goes, but for the moment, I'm gonna have to just put it into storage because there's nothing else I can do at the moment with it. Like, I still don't know what order those cameras go in. I have no idea what order they go in. So this is where they're gonna go, and at some given point in time, I will try again and get this underneath my microscope and see what I can possibly do with it. Now, usually I would say, if you like the video, please do leave a like, but in this situation, if you at least enjoyed the video despite the failure of this super annoying phone, I'd really appreciate a like. If you want to see more of my stuff, and maybe even see this Google Pixel fixed in the future, subscribe. I've got lots of other videos as well here of all sorts of interesting and weird repairs, as well as some more mundane ones that can be helpful to anybody looking to repair a phone. So if you guys like the video, once again, please leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video.